Guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you're a UFC fan. I just got through talking about how I think Yair Rodríguez can beat Alexander Volkanovski. Now it's the time to talk about how Volkanovski can beat Rodríguez. Clearly, I think as far as the matchup goes, I think everything is in Volkanovski's favor. But for this fight, he doesn't need to do anything different. Maybe just a little bit, but overall, he needs to do the same thing he's always done, like he's done with Holloway. Shout out to Max Holloway, by the way. He's a legend. He's had a good chin. Same thing he did with Korean Zombie. Same thing he's done with Aldo throughout his whole career. He's also bigger, a little bit bigger and stronger than Rodríguez is. So he's going to need to do the little jab thing, stick and move. He's going to have to learn to move a lot, not to kind of do what Adesanya does, but I don't think he needs to do it completely where he can limit the striking and not get hit too much, because he can clearly take a big shot and unload shots as well. He doesn't need to do with what he did with Holloway. Hit him and move, and at some point switch it up and just hit him 2 or 3 times and move. Because if you're going to stand there even for 2 or 3 shots, the longer you stand there, the more danger you are of getting clipped with something, well, a head kick or something big from Rodríguez. So he needs to learn to move more. And if he chooses not to move, he has to be up against the cage with Rodríguez, because Rodríguez is going to keep him stationary as much as possible. He needs to pull him into the clinch, sweep him down, take him down, control the fight like he did with Korean Zombie at one point, beat him up, control the positioning, but he's gonna have to be patient because Rodríguez is very tough. He's got a very, very hard head, and just because Rodríguez bleeds a lot, remember, that's just scar tissue. He could take a big shot and he could take damage. He'll be fine. Okay, so he needs to be okay with taking his fight to the ground and not necessarily look for submissions, but control the positioning and then get points that way. In other words, he needs to be okay with taking a decision here. And it doesn't have to be an explosive fight, because out of the two, I believe Volk is the better grappler, so that will give him a plus in this fight as far as controlling the positioning, the pace, and the place of the match. As far as the stand-up, he needs to hit him and move a lot. He does not need to put his back up against the cage and let Rodríguez keep him stationary long enough to put him out. He does not need to stand there and hit him 2 or 3 times to get comfortable. He needs to keep it in the back of his head. Rodríguez is tough, he's durable, and he can put me out at any given moment. So hit him maybe once or twice and move. Do not stand there and hit him 3 or 4 times, because again, if I'm standing there with you, boom, 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 I unload 3 or 4 times, and you're very tough like Rodríguez, that gives Rodríguez a chance to hit me with one big move, and then boom, I'm out cold. So that could happen. Or if I'm not out cold, I get clipped with something, I get hurt, and that gives Rodríguez a follow-up and hit me a few times. Also, look out for Rodríguez to jump off the cage and use the big head kicks like he's done before, like the Showtime kicks, like he landed with Benson Henderson 10, 11 years ago. In the WEC, limit that movement. Keep yourself away from the cage. Stay in the center of the octagon if possible. Mix up your clinch game, your wrestling. If he can do that and be patient in this fight and be content with going 5 rounds, he should win this fight, no problem, because I don't think he's going to get hit too much unless he gets clipped with something big, much like Usman did with Edwards. So, yeah, Volkanovski should win the fight if he fights like this. As far as my actual prediction, I'll come up with that very soon.